Well, hadn't been streaming in a while. Getting distracted and having internet issues and all that fun stuff. But, as long as everything works correctly. Hello. Hi. Forgot to change the eyes. Let's see, I don't need the controller there right now. There we go. Okay, I haven't changed this in a while because I still have the winter background. I thought I did change the winter background. I think I changed it to spring on my weight screen, but then it was still snowing out here, so I never bothered to go like, I need a spring one for this also. For my fake desktop background. Well, we use this one. This is the one we use for that. Get that in there. Boom. Flowers. Oh. Okay. Not really sure what I'm doing on here. Actually, can I, like... Oh, yeah, I can. Like, can I undo that? I don't think I want that to be like that. I don't think I want it to be like that. Oh, I gotta hand in a lab today. I finished it up yesterday, but I figured I should probably just glance over it and make sure I did everything right before I hand it in. Since I finished it in the middle of the night. I just have never understood still what this teacher expects from people. Because it really doesn't make sense. I really don't understand it. It's very odd. Oh. Going to remember to do my discussion board message first. Okay. I probably shouldn't ask a question because then you'll mark off points. This teacher is very weird. Even when he does discussion posts, if you like ask a question Or if you just say something that you figured out, then he's like, you get points off because you didn't ask me specifically. And it's like, what are you talking about? I wasn't asking you. I was asking the other students because you didn't help. I still have an A in this class, though. Though I think I'm gonna probably end up with a B just because this teacher's grading system is so dumb. I think it'll curve down my grade. Let's see, it's not very strong. Anything, let's see what here. Everyone's so, like, uniform with what they write, and I'm just like, yeah, here's a random subject line. Scroll back through, see all that stuff. It's kind of funny to look at sometimes. Anyways, posting this. Okay. So I'm going to bring up the instructions really quick. The teacher is very adamant about having everything look exactly the same as their document. But then, you know, if it looks exactly the same but is done slightly differently, even if it has the same result, they still don't like it and you get points taken off. This teacher is very much someone that I would want to shake constantly. Because it's like in the workplace, you know what would happen? I would still get the same paycheck. I'd still get the same paycheck as the other person, and you'd still be unable to understand the document. There's no reason that the format being slightly different would affect anything, and if they wanted it to be exact, they should have just given us a template. Should have just given us a template. I'm just salty because the teacher seems so picky on marking off every little thing. So then your A grade goes down to a B just because you, like, accidentally made a tab where you were supposed to have a space, kind of thing. Like, I feel like that's the level this teacher goes into with this stuff. It's very silly to me. Silly and annoying. I don't see... Okay, this is it. I found it. It's like, where's my instructional document? Found it. Finally. After 3,000 years, I finally found it. Okay, so... I'm gonna scroll through the pages one at a time here. We got our cover page. It doesn't have a header or footer like it's supposed to. Then we scroll down to the table of contents, which we have the name of the lab, we have the dates, we We have a table of contents. We have all the correct categories on the table of contents. Then we scroll to the table of figures. Table of figures has all the correct things on it as well. 16 figures. Looks like they should be all named correctly. And we have introduction, compiled program, interpreted program. We got those there. They're not underlined or anything. He doesn't tell us a specific font size to use, so screw you. I'll just scroll down, because everything else should be copy and pasted. Even any of these mistakes that the thing is saying, like those are just abbreviations for certain computer stuff, but any other mistakes that are actual mistakes is the teacher's fault. It's copy and pasted word for word from his document, like they want us to do. But these are my own screenshots. Own screenshots that we have to use for this. So, it looks slightly different than what he has, but it's using the same symbols that they always use, so I don't think it should matter, but they'll probably say it matters. Because that's how this teacher is. But then we have our next one. Trying to make sure all the 1s and 3s and stuff are still in place. I think I didn't finish putting them in place at the bottom, honestly. Might be wrong about that. But I feel like I forgot to place some. Okay, script execution. Got all that. Looks fine. It should be fine for the teacher, but he's gonna complain and say everything's wrong. This teacher is a jerk and personally hates me specifically and wants me to die. In his own words. He came to my house and threatened me to give me a B. I should be able to at least get a B on the exam too, I'm pretty sure. So, pretty sure I'm gonna end with a B. Because I think this teacher is gonna be so picky that he's gonna mark stuff down so much that even though that I got an A on everything else, it's gonna just bring me down enough to a B when everything is calculated. I definitely am gonna avoid a C unless I fail everything for the exam and stuff on purpose. Which I don't plan on failing it on purpose. Don't plan on it. So, should be good there. Should be good on that one. Okay, so we skip one. We scroll down. We got all that there. He's probably gonna say that it's too big, that I didn't make it the same size as he did, so he's gonna mark it off point-wise. Even though everything else is exactly the same, I know that's what's gonna happen. And everything else should be exactly the same too. But because this teacher is this teacher, they're going to say it's incorrect, and then I should rip off my own pee-pee. His words, not mine. Very, very despicable teacher. A very diabolical dung eater, that one. Okay, so we're gonna publish that onto a PDF, because the teacher wants PDF and this. Yeah, I mean, as PDF, it looks more correct. It looks correcter. I already know what he's gonna complain about for this one. Just saying. I already know what he's gonna complain about. But you know what? I don't really care. We're a college student. We settle for B's and get degrees. I just feel like no matter what I'm going to do, the teacher's going to mark off points, so... It's like... No matter what I do, you're going to say that I'm wrong. I already know that. So what else can I do, right? Like, everything that he asked us to do, I have done. But he wants it recreated exactly and, like, better? Question mark? But some of the stuff that he wants us to do, he didn't even say that we had to do. Which is always funny, too. Well, whatever for now. I'm gonna submit them. Lab 7 should be done now. Wait, is it just the exam, or is it... Okay, no. We have to do this and then the exam. So, we're gonna need to bring out our notes. Okay, so where is my notes? I don't think I have them right here. Did I put the notes in here or in there? $74. I didn't think it logged me out. That's always nice, right? You've done it. Now do it again. Just to make sure you're really that person. There is a problem. Here you go. It's no longer a problem. Whatever. I won't question it. Maybe I should save this locally. Okay, let's see. Kirby, Kirby, Kirby's one you know. Kirby, Kirby, Kirby's the star of the show. You know it's not lame, 'cause he's Kirby. He's Kirby, and he's Bay. So, what I like to do... I get all my questions together. Make them nice and bold, so I can see them. Probably should go back and do it for some of the other ones here. I think I numbered them. So that kind of works. Should probably go back and fill in those ones. Anyway. I think the teacher just doesn't like how I explain things sometimes, too. That's why they mark off points for my stuff. Like, dude. The heck? Feel like I did it fine. And they're just like, no. I don't like you. I don't like it. I'm not liking it. Probably put on my glasses. But yeah, I would like to finish this class fully today, just so I don't have to worry about it. Whatever grade I end up with, I know I'm gonna pass at this point. Even if I bomb, everything else. After this, I did so well. Like, I got an 80, well, I got like 85, 87 or something on second exam, got like 90, 91 on first exam. So, even if I bomb this final exam, and even if I failed that lab, and failed this quiz, no matter what, I'll still get a C. That's how math work. So no matter what, I got a C. But, obviously, it's better if we, you know, do better. So, let's do better. But, nice to know that I'll at least pass. So let us figure out the answers to these questions. Even now that I put on my glasses, I still zoom in either. Anyway, easier to see. Focus. What are the names of 3 popular scripting languages? Wait. Yeah, scripting languages are different than programmed languages. Why didn't it make my VTuber go away? Now it disappear. Slink down into the abyss. Oh. Okay, so did they say C in there? I feel like they answered the compiled language thing. Python and Ruby. And then I'll say, you used a colon here? That is incorrect. And it's like, what are you talking about? That's how you write English. Did you not know that? I mean, I guess I can do that. Comma and. Man, I bet the professional English class that I'm gonna take probably isn't even gonna be that bad. Oh, I wish I didn't have to take that class. Okay, let's see. No, I did it again. Why does it keep doing that? Let's take a look. Some examples of compiled program languages. Okay, so yeah, I shouldn't write Java. Java is incorrect. I always see it, and then it's like, no, it's JavaScript you're supposed to be writing. Don't know how popular Ruby is, so I think I'll put PHP instead. Explain the differences between interpreter and compiler. I'm going to try and use the teacher's own words against them. So, they can get bent. So if they mark me wrong, then I know for a fact that they're just a bully and a liar. Explain the difference between interpreter and compiler. So, they have a compiled program is a type of program, a human-readable but not machine-executable program. It's called source code. Source code must be translated into computer-executable instructions by a computer program called the compiler. Then translated instructions are saved as a binary file called an object code. The object code is commonly called an exe file by Windows users. Some examples of compiled programming languages are C, C++, and Java. An interpreted program, commonly known as a script, is a computer program. The source code is read and translated into a computer executable instructions and executed immediately by a computer program called an interpreter, one instruction at a time. Although it depends on the programming language, typically the source code, file name, and instructions in the file are case sensitive. Therefore, careful attention must be given when creating a source code. Some examples of interpreted programming languages are Python, JavaScript, and PHP. Java and JavaScript are different programming languages. I mean, they're both computer programs. Source code is read and translated in computer, executed immediately. But this one, it has to be translated. Wait, why did my Word document file go now? Why does it keep doing this to me? Stop messing up. The difference between interpreter and compiler. Well, let's look at this up first. What does the internet have to say? Compiler is a program that translates the entire source code into a machine. Okay, so it looks like that is what I should be looking at. For some reason, it didn't keep showing me this. Interpreter focuses on incremental execution and dynamic behavior, while compilers prioritize overall performance and generate standalone executables. The choice between them depends on the language and the specific usage case. Oh. Let's see. So how do I want to write this? That is the question now. An interpreter reads the source code of a program line by line and executes it immediately. A compiler reads the entire source code and translates it as a whole into a machine code, also known as an object code. I think that's a big key difference. Compiler. It's doing it again. Stop doing that. Let me actually look really quick again at what they say on here. Human readable but not machine executable program. I wonder if I specifically say, from our lab, the one that you wrote and gave us, says that it's this, and this are the differences. I think I'm gonna do that just to be a jerk. Seven lab. I compile. The Model 7 lab, a compiler translates the source code and puts it into the objects code. Then translated instructions are saved. From Module 7 lab, a compiler translates the source code, then the translated instructions are saved in an object code. Source code. Then the translated instructions are saved in a binary. They want you to use the exact stuff. Binary file. Called an object code. No, that's correct. And then an interpreter reads source code, but line by line. Source code is read and translated into a computer executable instructions and executed immediately by a computer program. Okay, so interpreter. Okay, so reads the source code. Translated. Did I spell executable wrong? Maybe. Executable. You're so executable. Instructions. That is not right. Yeah, that one's just actually cute. Executed immediately. Immediately is always one I always spell incorrectly. Every time. Written for years. Get paid to write stories, still never know how to spell immediately. It's the dyslexia and the lumbago, but mostly the dyslexia. Like, he gives us, just to put into perspective, these questions. These questions he expects you to write full sentences, besides for the ones that are just asking for like a line of code. But he expects full sentences no matter what. He expects them to have proper grammar, and he expects you to do it in like 15 minutes. And if you have a disability like I do for dyslexia, you get like 23 minutes, which is kind of weird, but whatever. Do I need to be more exact? But yeah, I don't know, I feel like the teacher like expects like an essay response, even though that you have like only 15 minutes to write this stuff, and some people write slow. For one example, some people don't even have a learning disability, but they're not like as fast with technology for like keyboards and stuff too. And it's like, wow, this teacher's kind of a jerk, huh? Just all around jerk. From the Module 7 lab, a compiler translates the source code. Then the translated instructions are saved in a binary file called an object code. The interpreter, however, reads the source code and is translated into computer expo instructions and executed immediately by a computer program called an interpreter, one instruction at a time. This means one key. Another. No separate executable file is generated. There is the interpreter does not outstanding execute. Be as exact as possible. Make the teacher hate me. Oh, friend asking for help. Okay, let's see. Next question. At a minimum, which permissions read, write, execute are required to execute a script? Now, I mean, if you just look at this, you would think that, you know, just execute would be all you need. But if you're executing a script, I'm pretty sure you need the read also, because if you can't read the script, then if you're executing it, then you won't be able to see it. But I mean, technically, if you're just executing the script, you don't necessarily need to see it. So I don't know. Remember, the file extension doesn't matter. What's crucial is the shebang line the interpreter specified at the beginning of the script, for example, to use the bash shell. To execute a script, you need to execute X permission. Let's break it down. Read permission allows you to view the contents of the script file necessary for the kernel to read the script line by line during execution. Write permission, not strictly required for execution, allows you to modify the script file, but it doesn't affect execution directly. Execute permission, essential for running the script. Without execute permission, you'll get a permission denied error when trying to execute the script. To grant execute permission, use the following command. I don't need that part, but I read it all anyway, so ha. Okay, so without the execute or X. I'll just say permission. The execute permission. The execute permission is required to execute the script. Without the execute command, without the execute permission, Trying to run the program will most often result in an error, such as permission denied. No. Executive, yeah. Without executive permission, you cannot enter. Oh, okay. What is the purpose of the first line of a script? A script is different from the compiler. No, we just went through it. You know, like, it's the interpreter stuff is different than the compiler stuff. So I'm actually not sure how I would phrase this. So let us access the internet once again. The first line of a script serves as a crucial purpose. It has a special construct known as a shebang, or hashbang, which informs the system about the interpreter that should be used to execute the script. Okay, so that's just what they were talking about in the previous thing. Specifically, the shebang line specifies the path to the interpreter that will handle the subsequent commands in the script. Okay. So shebang is the keyword here. Oh. All the people talking to me. What is the purpose of the first line of the script? So, it is the shebang. We gotta shebang them all. The first line, skip, referred to as shebang. Actually, I want to look. Do they say anything about shebang in here? Oh, they do say it. Their first line of the script must start with hashtag exclamation point, immediately followed by the absolute path to the interpreter program. Okay. What's the shebang? Shebang. Represented. Symbols. In case of a bash script, the interpreter program is the bash shell program, therefore the first line of bash script looks like this. Okay. The lab doesn't really elaborate that much more, but it does say that basic information. Informs the system about the interpreter. It should be used. This line is used. Used to tell the interpreter I wrote a different symbol somehow. How did that happen? How did I do that? Actually, this first line is used to inform where is this? Seven lab. Yeah, sure. I'm just going to be hyper specific so the teacher can hate me even more. I want the teacher to hate me so much that they're willing to write out anything that I've done incorrectly. Well, I was, to respond to you, we. That's right, you, we, the alligator herself. I have been in some data annotation things recently. They're boring, but they do pay. Like, I have gotten paid from them, so I know they work. I don't know if it's anything you would ever want to do, but if you're not doing anything else, it's like, it's $10 here and there if you actually get into any of the stupid survey things they have. And it's a little more, well, it's better than using, like, the, if you remember, like, the Swagbucks thing I used to use, or, like, the Microsoft Reward thing that I tell you about, those programs give you gift cards, you know, but, this data annotation thing just actually gives, like, to your bank account. So it's not the same. But I can send you some stuff for it, but I know there's other ones, but user testing is the one that I use. It is just those two words together. Literally just user and testing. I don't know if there's anything specifically hard to be able to get into that, but something to look up if you want to sign up for it and see if you can get in. Pretty much you just need microphone and camera, and then you will review products and give your opinion about this or that. You're pretty much just, you know, a marketing reviewer, more or less. But it is something very basic that, if you actually get into it, you can make some okay money every month, if it's something you wanted to do. And like I said, again, if you're not doing anything, and you're like, oh, instead of doing my college work that I don't have right now, I can do this. Not saying it's fun, but most people don't think jobs are fun, right? It's more the, you don't have to be a fan of it. It gives you money. If you want money, it's there. If you don't want to draw porn, then, do this instead. So I'm just saying, drawing porn is always an option. You could just say it's anatomy practice. That's how you get around it. That's how that works, right? Saying that, I just looked at my email and it's just a bunch of Subway advertisements since I've been using their dumb app. Stop telling me about Subway. I don't need to eat fresh. Anyway, I know there is some other programs that do the data annotation junk. So, I mean, it's not fun work. It's boring. But if it gives you, you know, a few bucks here and there, if you actually pass one of the surveys, it's not that much work, and it gives some money now and again. So, for lack of not having money, it's there. I mean, for poor people with nothing better to do, I still recommend the Microsoft Rewards thing just for at least spending money. Because even if that one only gives you gift cards, it's still money that you can, you know, spend on some leisure items to enjoy life, maybe? Question mark? Enjoy life slightly? Is that okay? Can I enjoy life a little bit? Maybe just a little. Maybe just a little. In computing, what is a batch job? Whoa. It's that funny program I run when I'm doing a Minecraft server. So it runs with the specified tasks. That's what a batch job is. But what it actually is... In the context of computing, a batch job refers to any regular occurring automated process that groups similar tasks together and performs them automatically without needing to be promoted by human interaction. Without needing to be prompted, not promoted. Prompted. Two different words. Spelled similarly, but two different words. So this is another thing that's just like, you're just writing the definition, and the teacher's just like, you better not write the definition for this thing that I'm asking you the definition of. And it's like, what do you actually want? Like, do you have aspirations, Teacher-kun? Are you just like a Desai sensei? I'm gonna be one of those Japanese speakers that just throw in Japanese words to my normal words in English, and it's just terrible to listen to. Though saying Desai is kind of fun. Not gonna lie. It's kind of fun. Desai. You just have to say it with disdain, so you know they're really hideous. They're just that ugly. Desai. Desai is hideous. So you can say it about people's clothing. I find it funny that the translation in English is hideous. It makes me wonder, is it like actually sound that offensive? Because if like Duolingo is teaching me that word, why are you teaching me such an offensive word? Maybe they don't put a strength into it. Put the strength into it. Put the strength into how disdain. You hate this thing. Okay, so let's rewrite this in our own words. In the context of computing. Okay, so we don't want that. We want a batch job. I could have just unbold that, but that's too little work. Okay, no, we can just do this. A batch job refers to any regular, occurring, automated process. Why does it still have a hyperlink? Okay, good, it's gone. A batch job refers to any regular occurring automated process that groups similar tasks together and performs them automatically without needing to be prompted by human interaction. In programming, what is a variable? I mean, I know, but what is like the actual definition? Because these people are jerks. What is the word-to-word definition? So I don't say it incorrectly. Because I know what it is in my own head. I would just say it's, you know, it's a value that stores something. It's a stored location. I think that's what most people use it for. But like, what is the word-for-word definition? In the context of programming, a variable is an abstract storage location paired with an associated symbolic name. The symbolic name represents some known or unknown quantity of data or an object, which we refer to as a value. In similar terms, a variable acts as a named container for a particular set of bits or a specified type of data, such as integers, floats, strings, etc. That's the stuff I use in game programming. For that chess game I was trying to make, but then my artist ran out on me. I do still want to work on that game at some point. I think it's not necessarily I don't think it's a bad idea. Though I might restart it in Godot, however they pronounce it. I might restart writing that program in there, but then I would have to learn that programming. Because I'm pretty sure Godot, like, uses C#, but also uses, like, their own version of it. Though I would own all of my own work then, which is nice. I think I can still use some of the 3D assets that the 3D modeler made for me for the chessboard, so I guess I have that. I guess I could probably reuse a few different Unity assets for that. Maybe. Mumble mumble. Rabble rabble. Okay, so it's a named container. In programming, a variable How do I always forget the A? A variable named container, which holds a value. This value bring integer a float, etc. Variable. It's called a program represent value. Value. Program is make easier to read and understand. I don't know if I should be that specific with it, but I mean, that's what I use it for, so. And programming a variable is a named container which holds a value. This value could be a string, integer, a float, etc. The variable is called in a program to represent a value, and in programming, this helps make the code easier for a user to read and understand. I think that's pretty to the point. Like that is what a variable is. It is a named container, and that's true. It's a named container, and it holds a value. Just saying it to myself, so I believe it. If only the teacher would believe it. Okay, I don't know why I'm doing that one. This one's just... I mean, I just use basic ones, right? Python's not stolen, right? Let me see this again. I always forget a third one. Well, mostly because I mix up the other types. Compiled language. Yeah, Rust. Rust is one also. Or C#, Java, and Rust. Compiled languages. Certainly. Yeah, because Java is one, and JavaScript is different. Don't want to get those confused. Both different things, they're just... one has more stuff to it. Okay, let's see. So yeah, I'll use Rust then too. Oh. Languages are C#, Rust, and Java. Taken in Java is different. And I'll write it like that in case it's first. 3 popular compiled languages. I know people use Rust still, and I know people use Java. And I use C#, so it must be popular. I think Unreal Engine also uses C# though, and that just, you know, then the game engine itself uses its own specific code, but all of it's different variations of C#. which I guess is probably what Godot does, which I hope is the case. I don't know if it's like its own complete different language, but I guess I'll find out when I use it. I'm in the Godot server. I always say Godot, but I'm pretty sure you're supposed to say Godot. But Godot sounds cooler. It sounds cooler to me. Like, you gotta go dot. Gotta go dot your I's and cross your T's. It's definitely better somehow. Definitely better. Okay, so what are the names of the 2 commands that can automate the execution of scripts at specified times? So that should be what? Cron... Is it cron tab? Or something like that, right? Yeah. I kept calling it corn tab for some reason when I was writing it originally. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's cron tab and something else. I don't know the other one. Ask the internet time. What do you think, Internet Coon? Here are 2 types of commands that can automate the execution of scripts at specific times. Huh? Well, I already knew about the task scheduler, but are you asking for... You're asking for commands, not that. I feel like it's asking for 2 Linux commands, not that also. Execute scripts at certain times. Cron. Scroll through the lab again just to see. The at command is used to execute script once in the future. Okay, so it's the at command. Okay, so yeah, we want corn tab and at. Corn tab and at. And it's actually cron tab. What are the names of 2 commands that can automate the execution of scripts at specific times? The 2 commands Linux are cron tab and at. Then, I want you to look for Atwood Mackenzie. Solid Snake, why are you in all... Well, actually, no, that would make sense. No, actually, Solid Snake, why are you in Canada? Atwood. S for Atwood. Okay, so at and that. I accidentally closed it out again. What is source code? What is source code? What is source code? What is source code, Internet? I need a very specific definition. Source code is the version of software as it is originally written by a human. A programmer writes source code to produce a program that runs on a computer. It consists of alphanumeric characters that form instructions for the computer. I'm just gonna scour the lab really quick to see if it says source code. We have source code mentioned a few times, but I don't think there's a definition in here. Follow the steps below to execute the code from the source code directly. PLY file extension. Bash, new source code. Okay, I think this definition works rather well. Source code. Version software is it? Source code is a version of software as it was originally written by its creator. Ugh. But at one point, it's still source code. If you swap out all the source code, when is it still source code? I wonder how much of my code I could keep from my chess game. It took me a while to do that. Maybe it'd be better to just redo it all over again, though. I don't know. It just took me so long to do. But then again, if everyone's been sharing on Godot so much, then maybe there's more stuff to actually review on that. Especially if it becomes the new hotness since Unity's been so crappy. Which it seems like it's starting to become the new hotness. I've been hearing a lot of people have been using it. Which is nice to hear, because that means I can use it. And there'll be things that'll help me learn it easier. And that certificate I got in Unity will be useless. Just as intended. Source code is a version of software as it was originally written by its creator. I think that's accurate enough. Explain the strengths and weaknesses of macro, scripts, and compiled programs. This one is a bit more ambiguous. Whoa there. There's gonna be so much information here. Choose the right tool based on specified needs. Macros for automation, scripts for flexibility, and compiled programs for performance. Macros automate repetitive tasks, allowing users to complete them more quickly and effectively and efficiently. Like, why do they have to ask these stupid questions? These stupid questions. I hate these questions so much. I just don't get why the teacher couldn't, like, they're so anal about everything for being exact and written correctly and all this and that. And then they give us questions where it's just like, explain all of the strengths and weaknesses about these concepts. Oh, but this is the last question on your quiz and you probably have like 5 minutes left. And it's like, I don't know. Even though I've done well in this teacher's class the whole time, I just really hate everything they've done. Because I can see a ton of people like doing poorly in this class just because the time for the quizzes is so short and the teacher expects you to write the full sentences and all this and that. And it's just like, wow. The teacher's really just a jerk, huh? They're just a jerk. They're just a jerk. A big old jerk. Everything about them is just jerky. Jerky turkey. I don't like them. I don't. Well, at least I got that in my system. Still don't like them. Still don't like them. I love them. But no, I hate everything about their existence. You have 15 minutes to complete this quiz. You're such a jerk, teacher. You're such a jerk. Exam 3 appears when you submit your quiz. So yeah, ideally I'm going to do the exam same time. And I'm going to use all of the quizzes I've done up till now in order to answer the questions on the quiz. That is the idea, at least. Oh, excuse me. Excuse moi. Explain strengths and weaknesses, macros, scripts. Like, I always wonder, like, how much do you expect us to actually write? You give us 15 minutes and you expect us to write, like, a whole essay on the strengths and weaknesses of macro scripts and compiled programs, because there's that much information you could go over for them. It's just so weird. Go. Strengths first. First. Macros automate repetitive tasks. Scripts. Weaknesses. Wow. Macros. Scripts. Require an interpreter, which adds some execution overhead. require an interpreter. Well, programs. Of a long initial. Compilation time. Okay. First, let's go over the strengths of these three. Macros automate repetitive tasks, scripts can handle large datasets, compiling programs offer faster execution because of direct machine code generation. These do have their own weaknesses as well. Macros can be exploited easily and used to spread malware or execute malicious code. Scripts require an interpreter. Compiled programs have a longer initial completion time. Okay. I think that's about that for those ones. I believe that is correct. So let us do our quiz. The quiz is just exactly word for word all of these that I have in front of me. Sometimes they are changed with the placement they have, but they are all the same. Explain the differences between interpreter and compiler. Boom, boom. What are the names of the three popular compiled programming language? Three popular compiled programming languages. Oop. I just kind of copy and paste them into this. Explain the strengths and weaknesses of macro scripts and compiled programs. Just every time I see anything that this teacher does, I just hate it. I just want to strangle the teacher. At a minimum, which permissions, read, write, execute are required to execute the script? I always forget that you're supposed to say professor, air quotation. They're not a professor. Why would I call you a professor? You jerk. It's hard to even call them a teacher at this point. They're just some nitpicker. They're just picky. They're a picky nitpicker. In programming, what is a variable? At least they're nice and give us those practice questions so I can, you know, write my answers down ahead of time and then just copy and paste them into this, I learn the information, I actually take it down, except I have to do that all myself. It'd be nice if the teacher would actually help us understand better, but I guess not that much you can do with online courses. You kind of have to teach yourself anyway. But in the workforce, that's what you have to do anyway. So it's like, I guess you're learning for the working world? Question mark. I guess you're learning. What are the names of two commands that can execute scripts at specified times? Except I know that whenever I do these, the teacher's still going to list things off because it's like, oh, that wasn't properly grammatically correct. And it's like, did you want me to cite sources and your stupid little short answer things that you gave us 15 minutes on? And I thankfully just have a little bit extra time because of a learning disability I have. What are the names of 3 popular scripting languages? I'll tell you the names. Come right over here and I'll shove them down your throat, you jerk. What is the purpose of the first line of the script? I'll be so hyper-specific that you can shove it. And then they'll still say I'm wrong. They'll still say I'm wrong. Teacher sucks. Hate this teacher. I'm gonna keep calling my teacher just so they can hate it even more. I haven't done Renshu in a while. Just saying. I need to use Renshu some more. I haven't been practicing in forever. I've got 216 words to review. And it's like, whoa, have I really learned that many words? I can make basic sentence structures? I'm just letting the time run out a little bit, so it seems like I took a while to write these answers. Not that I cheated or anything, I just used my time wisely. Hey. They. Oh. Well. Ju, so, ye, ra. I accidentally wrote wrong. I'm wrong. Because I'm dumb. When it was B, I put bay and I confused my bay and my B. It feels embarrassing when I get the alphabet wrong. I think I just saw a B, and I was like, B. Beans. Beans are cool. Za world, though. Some may know. Gi. I'm just doing some alphabet review really quick while I let this timer die. Gay. Mu. Q. Be. That's ha, so that's pa. Then we got ya. Yaman. Bioman. Bioman. And then we got Bo. Some of the katakana alphabet. Well, actually, I think the alphabet in general I do need to review now and again. Get some of them confused, since I've been learning kanji at the same time. Like, what does that mean? Pretty sure I know. I haven't seen it in a while. I guess it's just, not practicing enough is, really the problem with that one. Need to make sure I keep practicing more. I really been slacking on it. But yeah, so far, all of the questions on the exams have all been questions that were on the quizzes. I expect that to be true still, to some extent. Unclear, but to some extent. We will see. Let's see. Do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do-do. So strange. So very strange. I think a lot of my history homework is going to be due soon too, so I'm going to have to double check that. Let's see. About 9 minutes. We'll study some Japanese words really quick. Just real quick. You know, just real quick. Go in, go out. Go in, go out. Just real quick. Okay, so we have, Musume. Musume is daughter. Bad, poor, undesirable. Evil, sinful, ugly, not beautiful. Man, a lot of icky words here. Warui. Warui. Oi. Wakai. And then Hai. Hawaii. Hawaii. Hawaii? Oh. Hiya. Hayai. Hayai. I don't know, it's one of the was though. I know that. One of the was. Which was it? Bad, poor, and desirable. There's so much. A lot of them are similar just because, you know, it's WA something I. WA something I. WA something I. Wakai warui. Warui.
Warui.
Music. Ongaku. Ongaku. Nakagai. 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 And we know that it means close or intimate on good terms because it has Naka at the beginning of it. And Naka, like Nakama, is friends because of One Piece. We heard that in our head all the time. So close and intimate. Nakai. Nakagai. Nakagai. Kawaii is scary. Remember that because it's, you know, it's not cute, it's scary. Kawaii instead of kawaii. I think I made enough time pass now on this quiz. I'm gonna submit it. Okay. So now we just have the last exam, which is all on its own little tab. Oh, I can't even do it yet. I thought I was going to be able to do it. I thought I was going to be able to finish this class. It says that it's due on the 6th. Modules 1 to 7. Well, I guess I have to do something else. I do think my Survey of Cybersecurity class has its exam up, so I might do that now. Well, I can do a few more of these, anyway. It's always just like 40 for each of the batches, so... Warm, mild, hot. Having enough money. From the bottom, we got Benri, Atatakai, Kawaii. What? Kawaii. Isogashi, Atatakai. Desuka. Desuka. Desuka is just indicating a question. Kawa. 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 This river. It's weird that I remember some of these. It always throws me off every time. Just like, huh. I actually know what it is. I actually know what it is. The question is, would I know what it is if I didn't have 4 options in front of me? Because it's the... I say the word... Sometimes I know it instantly, but the 4 options here are just like, well, I know what it isn't, so that means it has to be, you know, X, Y, Z. I guess either way, it's still technically learning, right? You just beat it into your memory until you remember it without the visual aids. Onigiri. Onigiri. Pen. Pen. New novel, fresh, recent. That would be Atarashi. Atarashi. I've been learning this kanji on Duolingo. Kinda wish I could just, like, input the kanjis that I've been learning on Duolingo and go, like, can I just study the kanjis that seem right I'm doing on Duolingo? And kind of match those up a little bit. Okay, singing, song, etc. That's Uta from One Piece. She's singing a song. And we got Tempura, which is just spelled how it sounds. What kind of? What? No matter what. Kind of. Whatever, any at all. So we're saying what? We're saying what? What kind of? So we have... Aita, Aitomo, Aitoma, 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 Itoma, Itoma, Itoma. Right, and then Kirei, Daisuki, then, Dona. I'm pretty sure it's Dona. They always say it so softly, I'm never used to it. Duolingo is just like in your face and says the words very loudly. And this one's just like, Dona. Did you hear that, Dona? Like that's not helping me learn the word. Beat it into my brain easier. You bin kyoku. Yubin kyoku. Yubin kyoku. That sounds like post office to me, because I know it's none of these other options. Sometimes they make these too easy. Should make it closer to something else. Yubin kyoku. My pronunciation is gonna have to get better over years of practice. Karai. Karai. So it's Kurai is dark, right? And Karai? I don't know. I'd have to see it again. This one is obviously the spicy, but because dark isn't an option here, so it has to be spicy. Karai, because it's like curry. Karai.
Karai.
Evening, night, dinner. We have Kesa, Yoru, Soku, Yoru. Pretty sure it's Yoru. And Kudasai. Kudasai? Why do they have the little thing there? Kudasai? Are you supposed to be saying it in a fun way? Yoroshiku. Roku. Roku. Soku. Roku. Yeah, that's Roku. And that's Yoru. Yoru. I'm pretty sure it's this. Yeah.
夜
Yeah, Yoru. Kokoro. Kokoro. Place. Breakfast. Asa Gohan. That one is really easy too. House, residence, dwelling, etc. 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 Okay, so me Shichi yeah, and then Kaza. Kazaku. Kaza. Yeah. Well, no, isn't yeah house? But yeah is no. I'm pretty sure that. Yeah.
家
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 It sounds like it's supposed to have, like, yeah. Like, I-E-E-A. But it's I-E-E. For no. And then it's I-E for house. Many, numerous. A lot. Large amount. Frequent, common. Kura. Oh, is it Kurai for dark? Tanoshi. Warui. Oi. Should be oi.
多い
Oi. Air conditioner. It's just aircon. Aircon. Han Samu. Han Samu Squid Dawen. This one is Kurui. Darker than black. Kurui.
黒い
Kuroi. I don't know why I said Ru. Doesn't have the E. This is why I need to make sure I look at the alphabet more. I've been slacking on my alphabet practice too much. Slacking. Very slacking. Bustling, busy, crowded, lively, prosperous. Lively again. Nigiyaka. That one's always easy to remember. Obento. Obento. It's just box lunch. You can just say bento also. You don't need to say obento. I don't know if it really matters. Honorific. Older brother. Elder brother. Oni. Ani. Ane. Young man. Buddy. Fella. Laddie. Laddie. Okay, so we have Osara. One-san. Oni-san. And then Igai. You got One or Oni? It is Oni.
お兄さん
Oni-san. Stinginess. Miserliness. Penny pinching. Shabby. Oishi. Karai. Kechi. Onaji. It's catchy.
ケチ
White. Whoa. Why is it gotta be white? Shiroi. Enpitsu. Enpitsu's pencil. Omoi. 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 Pretty sure it's heavy.
重い
I guess this is the, some of them speak to you, because a lot of those definitions are just like, don't remember off the top of my head, but this one feels correct, because I've said it so many times. Getting it committed to memory. It's how things work. Dare. Dare? Huh? Dare? That should be who.
誰
Liking. Being fond of. The one's liking. Sumaranai. Sumaranai. And then we have Hoshi. That should be want. Suki is like, and kono is this, possessive. Suki. Wakai. 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 Enjoyable, fun, pleasant, sweet tasting, young, youthful. Wakai. 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 What is the kanji? Yeah, that doesn't know. Young, youthful, immature, green. Yowarakai. Trying to think of words in my head and just like, does it mean that? Does it mean that? Long distance, length, long time, protracted, prolonged. Doesn't that start with Naka? Enjoyable, fun, pleasant. I know one of the sweet tasting things starts with like a ka or wa. Yeah, it was young, youthful. Hana. Flower. Kamura. Kameru. Kamara. Machi. Town. Skato. You know what skirto stands for? It stands for skirt. Bet you didn't know that. Disliked, hated, disagreeable, tendency, smack of. Ki, rai, asui. I haven't studied the language in a while. I keep confusing these ones. Nemui. Nemui. Sukunai. 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 Nemui. Sukunai. Nemui. Nope. Completely different.
嫌い
Kirai. That one I just didn't know. That one didn't know even an inkling. Doresu. Well, I only got 2 wrong out of 40. That's pretty good. Kirai. So this is the one that I always mess up with. Karai, which is... Karai is spicy. Kirai is hated. And then Kurai is darkness. It's like something like that. Well, it wasn't terrible. It could have been worse. There's the spirit. Oh wait, can I do my exam? Weird. It says that I could do it on there, but it says I can't do it on here. Or is that the computer logic one? Man, this teacher's a jerk. I feel like the teacher specifically made the assignments that everyone did bad on, the ones they graded the heaviest, on purpose. I wonder if they, like, enjoy it. Do they enjoy it? Do they enjoy it? They must enjoy it. They must. But thou must. But thou must. I still got a C in the class, so I can still get that B if I do well. I don't know if I'll get the bonus points, but it'd be nice if I did. It would help a little bit. Not that much, though. I feel like I wrote it correctly, but the teacher has something slightly different, so I hope they don't be a jerk about it. But I guess I'll find out. Topics for final exam, practice for final exam, feedback, final exam itself, instructions for final exam. May 6th, midnight to May 8th. May 6th to May 8th. Okay, so a lot of these final exams are taking place next week. Doesn't look like I have any other things left for this class, though. I was actually kind of hoping I could do some of the final exams, but a lot of them seem like I can't do them yet. I have to wait for them all to open. Following, if you annotate, then copy-paste the part of the question you wish to comment on. File your comments and make sure you don't change the numbering of the questions. This exam is individual, not teamwork. I don't think any of these students know what teamwork even means. I do have practice for it, so I think I will review the practice and probably post stuff in the discussion forum for this. Probably a good idea. I'm just trying to figure out what I need to do right now before I get up to anything. Let me check this cybersecurity thing. Oh, okay, I have to do the Survey of Cybersecurity exam today. Okay, I'm glad I looked at that. I was gonna wait. I didn't realize it was due literally today. Okay. You can use the ASL table, links, and any materials provided in the course. First questions, 8 multiple choice, 7 are short answer. Okay, that's not that bad. 120 minutes to do it. I have a bit extra time because of my disability, which is always nice. Just if I need it. Usually I don't for these types of things. This class I actually am going to get an A in. Like, if I even fail this final exam, I'm still gonna get an A. I need to make sure to do that, though. I at least got that project submitted in, and I did that quiz. Is there anything else that needs to be done immediately? I'm gonna check my history stuff again real quick. Because I think this needs to be done by the end of the week. It needs to be done by 5:10, it says. But they want them done 5:06, 5:07, 5:10. Post your discussion board essay only by due date 5:10. It doesn't tell us to post 2 discussions, so does that mean we only need 1 essay here? I guess so. And we don't need to respond to other people for that one, so I just need to write an essay for that. Okay, okay. Okay, I can understand that, I can get that. I've been having some anxiety over this, crash stuff for a bit. But, happy to stream for a little bit, do a little Japanese practice, and get some of my college work done. It does look like I'm gonna have to wait to do some of these exams, because they haven't opened yet. I think the Survey of Cybersecurity thing I'm gonna do on my own time. I think I'm gonna end stream now and do that after I grab, like, something to eat or something. But, I want to make sure I focus on that one. I've actually been doing pretty good in that class, and if I'm going to have anything bring up my GPA, I might as well be that class. See if I can get any better scholarships, right? Might as well. Might as well. So yeah, for now, I wanted to at least stream a little bit, because I haven't been. So I was happy I did that in general. Hopefully I'll be able to stream a little bit more again, because even when I do summer classes, I'm going to have less to do, hopefully. There'll only be 3 classes I'm taking over the summer. I guess some of them are faster than I thought. It looks like a lot of them are just like a month long. I didn't realize they're that quick. So I'm curious to see how that'll play out, but I mean, hopefully they do what some of the other programs have done and just open up all of the modules right away and you can just do everything immediately. Because sometimes I work better like that. Even if it doesn't, like, teach me anything. I work better in getting everything done right away. Or get everything done right away and then submit it slowly. And pretend like I definitely took my time with it. And it's just like, I'm never going to use this in this field. Here you go. These are all electives in a math course that aren't going to help me. Or they're just stuff that I can look up or automate somehow with computers. So I would never actually use it realistically. And the problem-solving skills, I would just make the problem solved on my own. With my own powers. Or having a calculator. Whichever. God, no. It always bothers me sometimes where teachers are like, gotta know this. And it's like, I can still study puzzles and study new materials and understand concepts. I don't have to excel in every single category. If people excel in every single category, we wouldn't need machines, we wouldn't need people to help us in general. It's like stupid to think otherwise. When you're in a workplace, everything actually is a team effort. But here they're just like, no, you have to do everything yourself. Everything is closed book. You have to know and memorize everything. It's like we don't have to in the workplace. If we're working, we can literally just look it up on our phone immediately. Especially nowadays. I don't know, some stuff is silly. Some stuff is silly. But yeah, I'm gonna go for now. For anyone popped in, thanks for watching. No, it's kinda short, but wanted to make sure I at least got something done. Make sure I actually do it. And do some Japanese practice also. This is always an excuse to do that. And I did a little bit of that, so I'm happy with that. Until next time. Hopefully I'll start streaming a bit more again. I'm gonna try to, as long as my internet doesn't keep pooping out on me. So, Johnny.